notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies, at which time any business affecting their interests is discussed. In accordance with the provisions of this act, the Board of Education policy 016. The Board of Education of the Borough of Bound Brook disclosed notices posted in the board office in Bound Brook High School and mailed more facts to the Courier News, Bound Brook Borough Education, and any person who has requested individual notice is paid for required. Please stand with me for the pledge. Can we go roll call, please? Yes, sir.
Mr. Bell.
Here.
Mr. Dawson. Here. Mr. Zeno.
Here.
Ms. Lima. Mr. Zupko. Here. Ms. Musin.
Here.
Mr. Pinhas. Here. Ms. Hyde.
Here.
Mr. Volmer. Here. Mr. Januzzi.
Here.
Mr. Board President, you have a quorum present this evening.
Thank you, sir. So I already gave a couple of comments and nobody really wants to hear me talk anyway, so let's go right to the superintendent's report. Dr. Frank.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our short board meeting. It's great to see everyone, all of our students and parents, and we have some special guests that we're going to recognize tonight, in addition to some of our retirees. At this time, I would like to call up Dr. S. to recognize our students from the lunch.
Good evening. Congratulations to Matt Casella Rivera. He's currently in a pre-K student in Mrs. Chaparro's class. He's got one sibling, Zachary. Matt's favorite time of the day at school is choice time. Matt likes to play Roblox at home with his brother. When Matt grows up, he wants to be a doctor. Congratulations, Matt. Thank you. You're welcome. We go take a picture right over there. Okay.
Good job, bud.
Congratulations to Kevin and Maya Hernandez, currently student in kindergarten. His teacher is Miss Kim. Kevin has one older sister named Emily. Favorite school subject is reading. Kevin enjoys coloring, drawing, reading, Pete the Cat books, and playing with Legos, farm animals, Barbie dolls, blocks, trains, cars, and fire trucks. Career plans, Kevin wants to be a firefighter when he grows up. Congratulations, Kevin. Thank you.
You want a picture, bud? You don't have to.
Sure.
Yeah? Okay. Dr. Santa Service.
I didn't know I was photobombing you. I'm sorry.
Hey, Kevin.
Filling in for Ms. Clark, Dr. Santa Serna.
Hello, everybody. So on behalf of Principal Clark, I'd like to present our Students of the Month from Lafayette School. First up is Jamie Arias Alberto. Jamie was recommended by her teacher, Miss Nilsson. Has one sibling in pre-K, and his favorite subject is math. Favorite hobbies include drawing, making puppets, playing on the playground, reading, playing with friends, and this one I like here, paying attention to what the teacher. Now, I think that's important because career plans is wants to become a teacher and teach students art. Next up from Lafayette School, Victor Medina Godoy. Victor was recommended by his teachers, Miss Sella and Miss Ciampa. Victor also has a sibling in preschool, and his favorite subjects are physical education and art. Favorite hobbies are drawing pictures of Dragon Ball, Sonic, and Among Us. I have to admit, I don't know what all those are. And when you grow up, you want to be an artist and a dentist.
Go back. You're good.
Next up, we have Looney, West Rawley School.
Hi, everybody. Smalley would like to recognize its third grade student of the month, Jason Lopez Garcia. His teacher is Mr. Bear and Mr. Dango. He has two siblings, one at Lafayette and one at the high school. His favorite subject is math. His hobbies include playing soccer and playing with his siblings. And his career plans is to become a professional soccer player.
We only get two.
Our fourth grade student of the month is Adriana Pinedo. She has three siblings, Brandon, Leah, and Juliet. Her favorite school subjects are science and art. Her hobbies are drawing, making crafts, and reading. And her career plans is to start a crochet business. Congratulations, Adriana. Our fifth grade student of the month is Neftali Dominguez. He is in Miss Riley's and Miss Petrus's class. He has two brothers and one sister. They're all older than him. His favorite school subject is math. He likes to practice playing soccer, running around, and hanging out with his friends. And he wants to become an engineer and create robots that can help with crime scene investigations. Congratulations. And our sixth grade student of the month is Medea Mehnavar Miranda. She has two sisters and they're both older than her. Her favorite subject is math. Her favorite hobbies is art. She likes to draw and sketch, and she wants to be a police officer when she grows up. Congratulations, Maria.
Okay, next up for CMS, Dr. Sensoma.
Hello again. Our first recipient for Student of the Month from the Community Middle School is Brandon Castellone Solano. Brandon has 2 siblings at Bound Brook High School. Favorite subject is gym, and favorite hobbies, hanging out with people outside of school. Career plans, not sure yet. I don't blame you. I wasn't sure when I was your age too. But congratulations, Brandon, for being our Student of the Month. Next up, for the Community Middle School, Alyssa Margolin. Alyssa has 1 sibling, Tyler. Favorite subject is art. And favorite hobbies are art and animals, let's say. And favorite career plans is to become a dog, pet groomer, or artist. Alyssa couldn't join us tonight because she has tickets with her dad to the Patriots game. Congratulations.
And next up, filling in for Mr. Smith, Ms. Larson.
Our first student of the month for the high school is Diego Escobar. Diego does not have any siblings. His favorite subject is geometry. His favorite hobbies are soccer and playing video games, and his career plans is to become a soccer player. So congratulations. Our next student is Andre Rodriguez. Andre has 1 sister, Nicole. His favorite subjects in school are math and phys ed. His favorite hobbies are to play video games and volleyball, and his goal when he grows up is to be a programmer. So congratulations, Andre.
Andre, you have to come over and take a picture.
Next up, we have Amy Cruz Borneos. Amy has 1 sibling, Samuel, in 6th grade or 6 years old. Her favorite subject in school is English and history. Her favorite hobbies are going out with her best friend, working, and sleeping. Her career plan is to study psychology and become a school psychologist.
Enjoy sleeping.
Crusader of the night is Lennox Forsberg. She has 4 siblings. Her favorite class in school is art. Her favorite hobby are wrestling and track. She's currently not here actually because
Yes, she is.
you did make it. Excellent. Her career plan is to be a vet tech when she grows up.
Next up, we have our Educator of the Month, which will be presented by Dr. Santasurma in place of Ms. Clark, Lafayette School.
Hello for the 3rd time. You're not done with me after this either. So on behalf of Ms. Clark, we would like to honor as our Bound Brook School District Teacher of the Month, Ms. Nilsson. Ms. Nilsson has been a teacher in the Bound Brook School District for 6 years. During her time here, she has consistently considered all aspects of the student, teaching to each need. Ms. Nilsson is always on a quest to improve her practice and ways with students. Her patience with students who require a more tailored approach results in her class being an environment of trust and respect. Ms. Nilsson's willingness to help out without being asked is greatly appreciated and allows tasks to be completed in a timely and efficient manner. Congratulations, Ms. Nilsson.
Okay. Ms. Nilsson, are you here hiding somewhere? All right, kind of figured that. You want to come on up?
Mr. Ryan, this is when you come down.
This is when you come take a picture. Now to come back and take a picture. I want to give you a little spotlight. You know you don't necessarily like it, but we want to give you a little spotlight. You couldn't get away with hiding tonight. Congratulations, Mr. Nilsson. Okay, next up we have some special recognition. This group is a little different from the rest of our Crusader family that we recognize tonight. These members' paths will take a little different turn than those who will be returning to classrooms or offices in September. They have earned the right after many years of dedication to our students in our community to ride off into the sunset to spend days doing the things that they love outside of teaching. Although we could never repay them for their contributions to many students, we thought it was important that we recognize them tonight in front of our community and give them a little token of our appreciation. To start, I would like to have Vincenzo Di Benedetto come on up, and I'm going to have our Director of Buildings and Grounds, Mr. Molina, come on up to say a couple of words.
I've had the privilege to work with Vincenzo for about 13 years. I've seen him fix just about anything throughout the district. He's helped us with setups, deliveries, snow removal, and completed thousands of work orders. One thing I will always remember about Vince is how he would always remain calm in the middle of an emergency. He always found a way to get the job done. Congratulations.
Can I get in on that too?
Thank you. Next up, we have Mr. Nowicki from the middle school. We will have Dr. Santi Surma come up for the 4th time tonight to present his award. Say a few words.
Hello, once again. The community middle school is proud to recognize Mr. Steve Nowicki for his 16 years of dedicated service to the students of the Bound Brook School District. Mr. Nowicki has been a mentor and a role model for all members of the CMS staff and has routinely taken time out of each day to help new teachers develop lessons, implement new strategies, and create a positive learning environment for students. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated an honest passion and exceptional skill for teaching. He has spent countless hours after school working with students from his science classes and advising them in the CMS Robotics Club. Mr. Nowicki has inspired a multitude of students to pursue robotics at the high school level and beyond, many of whom are now established in careers involving science and engineering. Mr. Nowicki has taken students on various walking field trips, conducted science experiments at the river, launched water-propelled rockets in the teacher's parking lot. Thank God he didn't have Bunsen burners the last few years, or that would have been interesting. Over the years, Mr. Nowicki has challenged students to create cushion containers for his annual egg drop experiment and organizes our spring open house science fair. Mr. Nowicki never missed an opportunity to volunteer for a fundraiser, attend a school sporting event, lead a group of students in the Memorial Day parade, chaperone a dance. You name it, Mr. Nowicki was there. Several years ago, Mr. Nowicki traveled to Montana as a teacher ranger and worked with groups of students throughout the summer months, teaching them life skills. Of course, Mr. Nowicki brought these experiences and countless others back to the students in Bound Brook. Although Mr. Nowicki is about to begin his much-deserved retirement, it will undoubtedly be filled with new adventures involving teaching and learning. On behalf of a grateful community, I'd like to wish Mr. Nowicki a long and happy retirement.
You want to say a few words? Mr. Nowicki, you want to say a few words? No pressure.
I appreciate the opportunity to work. People I've worked with, excellent. There's some things I might not miss, like the pothole that I always hit. But what I will miss is the student's face when you see that they got it.
Thank you. Taking a picture before the team.
I know.
Next up, Mr. Gorski, you ready? Yes. Okay, next up, I'd like Mr. Gorski, and is Dominic here? Dom? The student Dominic?
Dominic, yes, Dominic is here.
They told me you wanted to say a few words, but you can come, Mr. Gorski, you can go to the mic, you can say your words to Dominic if you wish. If you just want to come give him a hug and take a picture, you can do that too. Ken, you're next. Don, you want to come on up? It's all about you.
We wanted to present you with this.
Oh, wow.
We're driving our kids to school every day and getting them there safely,
Wow.
and getting them home
Cool.
safely.
My name on it.
We really appreciate it. So, want to give you your own bus.
Have to frame it.
So thank you for everything. Wait to get the kids to
I
the
know you're always
bus stop.
chasing me down the street, flashing high beams.
Thank you for stopping and letting them on the bus.
No problem.
Not finished yet. Mike's gonna read something, then Kenny, you come on up.
Yes.
Your colleagues have written a little bit, that they would like me just to share with you this evening. And it's an important milestone. First, congratulations on reaching this milestone. It's been great working with you over the last years, and we will all miss working with you. And this is on behalf of Javier, Jesse, Kenny, Lasha, and the whole Transportation and Administrative Office. Thank you for your hard work and your support all these years. You will surely be remembered by all of us, especially by the students that you see every school day. As a matter of fact, by the lead of Dominic Gittens, who is currently a sophomore. He volunteered on behalf of his VOTEC peers to say thank you for a very thoughtful poster. Here are some quick thank yous from Javier, Jesse, Kenny, and Rasha. Javier said, I got to know Don these last couple of years, and he was a very friendly and responsible man. He was someone who cared about his job and showed that through how clean and great pleasure working with you, Don. Jesse said, it has been always a pleasure working with you. Since Don began, he has always supported me with any question I had, especially with directions. I remember we used to use papers back before GPS. I hope you enjoy your retirement, well deserved. We will miss you. Kenny said, Don never called out sick. He would say, I would only call out sick when I am dead. He is truly a reliable person to work with. And Rasha said, Don made my job so much easier. Prime example is by just giving Don a call and asking him if he can cover a trip for me last minute notice. The answer would never be no, as there was always a way. Like teachers, the board and the administration values bus drivers as extensions of the classroom. They are equally important in safeguarding and inspiring students in equally but different ways. Mr. Tim, thank you for all your service. And it's much appreciated on behalf of the students.
You want me in here?
Me too.
We're all gonna miss you. Come on in, Tom. Hey, Mr. Reliable right here. Oh, yeah.
And next up, Ms. Beth Fisher. I'm going to read a little something. I'm going to let Mr. DeMarco speak, but I can tell you that I've been here for a year. She has been the institutional memory for me, the guide. She has informed me about everything. She has been the stalwart in bridging the gap between the changing superintendents. I've watched. She's been a confidant. She's been a supervisor. She's been an encouragement to all of the principals, the supervisors, teachers within the district. She's always in classrooms asking what could she possibly do to help. So we really appreciate her. I'm going to read a little summary of her history here. Ms. Fisher came to Bound Brook School District in 2012 as an elementary assistant principal. After spending her teaching career at Lebanon Township School District, once here, Ms. Bound Brook Fisher's career in administration took off. She rose to the position of elementary principal in 2014 and then became the assistant superintendent for curriculum instruction, which she's been ever since. Mrs. Fisher was instrumental in the development of the instructional practices that we follow today. She has also overseen the district. She has been involved in many initiatives that the district has embarked upon in the last 10 years. Some of those initiatives have been building playgrounds at the elementary schools, having jets courts at our elementary schools, and additionally, during the pandemic, Ms. Fisher was the main point of contact for the food pantry that our school district provided and organized the donations to families in need. These are just the highlights. Anyone who knows Ms. Fisher knows that she's all about helping people, whether it's the students, the teachers, administrators, especially the organizations and the families in the community. We really appreciate it. I'm going to let Mr. DeMarco, he wanted to say a few words.
Well, it's going to be a hard job to replace her because she's been here in a stalwart for the last 10 years. It's been a pleasure to work with her. She will be missed. The students, staff, and the community are going to miss Mrs. Fisher. We wish her the best of luck. Rumor has it is she's moving somewhere warm on a beach, by the water, you know, somewhere that she loves. We will miss you and wish you a wonderful, long retirement in all your endeavors.
I'm gonna try not to cry, but I just want to say thank you. I was a teacher in Lebanon Township for 20 years, and I thought that I, would never find somewhere that I could truly call home again. And then I came to Bound Brook, and it was just an amazing experience from the moment I started here. The community is so warm and so welcoming. The staff is incredible, and I'm proud to say that I've had a good hand in hiring many wonderful, wonderful teachers to the district. To say that it's been a smooth road for me is not something that I could ever possibly say. I've had a lot of challenges while I've been here. One was losing my son in 2015, and the way that the community embraced me was just incredible. It made it easier for me to move forward and to be where I am today. So after 31 years in education, yes, I'll be retiring to Florida sooner than we think, and living in the sunshine, which, I fully really need to do. But I'm blessed and I'm happy, and I feel like I've made an impact and an everlasting impression on many aspects here. But I'm hoping that, we just remember moving forward, if you can do anything here, you can take care of each other. And I think that's something that I've lived by from the moment that I started here. And the last thing I just want to say is to Mr. DeMarco, Scarecrow, I'll miss you most of all.
Let's have one last round of applause for all of our.
So at this point, we're going to ask everybody to come down towards the stage so that we can take a big group picture and everybody appropriately. So for all of our students of the month, our educator of the month, and also our retiree honorees, please come forward now. Let's take a picture straight. No, front.
Yeah.
families in Mount School. We have an unique vice assistant superintendent. I worked with the legislature in New Jersey for over 20 years in the education section. And even though we didn't have pandemics, I got to know a lot about what was going on in different school districts. And what Beth has done here is unique. The care she showed for the families, opening the school bank, the food bank. We cooperated with the Branchburg Rotary and helped collect food to bring to the food bank. We also we had an executive chef from Maggiano's who volunteered his time, cooked in our church kitchen and made entrees and soups. We had a sign up on their website that allowed families to sign up for soups and entrees every week. And this went on, this started in January of 2021, and it's continued to today. When we opened the schools in 2021, our church took over the family. We've operated since then, and we're up to often having over 150 families come each Sunday, serving 500 people. So what she started, we continued, and she did speak. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So at this time, we will take a brief recess. Feel free to grab a teacher if you see them, take some pictures, moms, dads, with your students as well. We will adjourn for the next 5 or 10 minutes. These are really opportunity to do that.
All right.
At this time, I'd like to invite some special guests up to the front of the room. I hear that we have an announcement from our local Girl Scouts. So please come on up.
We would like to present a mini library at Smalley School. There will be many benefits like easy access to books. It will also help encourage students to read more books. Students can find books they like and share with their friends. Reading is healthier for the human brain than playing on screens, as some students in the school like to be on their phones. We intend to plant flowers on the top of the library, which will beautify the school. It may inspire people to garden. This can be eco-friendly because people can donate books instead of throwing them away. This will be reusing and helping the biosphere. Technical difficulties.
Does anybody else have anything to say?
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. Hello? So this will all be built from us. We are going to gather supplies and build this by hand. Just us. I guess we're having a fundraiser for it. I don't know.
I'm sorry. So we're gonna have a bracelet stand fundraiser for the building project of our mini library, courtesy of Cassie for making the idea.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Good job.
So girls, on behalf of the Board of Education, just let me say thank you for your service and your generous donation. For the board members, this will be on our agenda later this evening to accept. But we just wanted to thank the Girl Scouts for coming out, give them an opportunity to explain a little bit about the project. Thanks again so much, girls. At this time, we are up to committee reports. The first one being education, Mr. Dawson.
Good evening, everyone. We had a great committee meeting several weeks ago. We had several presentations I'd like to speak about tonight. First one was from our new director of ESL and World Languages, Dr. Heisterman. Changes have occurred in New Jersey code lately. The current recommended terminology to describe students that speak English as a second language are multilingual learners. And another change that's coming up is multilingual learners. Districts will now need to start identifying them at the pre-K level, which is a little bit complicated. The DOE prescribes different models of instruction that can be used for districts that serve multilingual learners, and those models range in everything from English as a second language to sheltered instruction programs to bilingual programs and to dual language programs. And the code basically prescribes that if a district has more than 20 students who speak one particular language, we need to establish bilingual programming for those particular students. So Dr. Heitzman did a wonderful job of explaining what we currently offer to support multilingual learners through ESL services, sheltered instruction. To give the board some perspective, that number is currently at about 500 students. And there have been a number of programs that have been designed to support those students. And in the upcoming years, we'll be moving to offer not only ESL and SIOP programming at the K-6 level, but a full bilingual program at that level. In 7th and 8th grade, ESL and SIOP, and at the high school level, ESL, SciOp trained teachers, as well as the bilingual math program. She also spoke about some scholarships that are available to staff members who are pursuing certification in ESL or a bilingual certificate. As you may know, these are staff members that are very much in demand and can be very difficult to locate. So the district has put together a great plan to develop the talents of our own staff members and develop them. Dr. Heisman also spoke about some wonderful achievements from our students. We had a number of students who were entered into the Spanish Honor Society and the French Honor Society, and 35 students who earned the Seal of Biliteracy. So we have a wonderful population of multilingual learners here in Bound Brook. Our programming is getting better every day to support those students, and they are achieving in ways that we can really be proud of as a district. Moving forward, Dr. Heisman and the team will assess how these adjustments are working, and we'll also be pursuing the question of whether or not a dual language program would be appropriate for our school districts. Our second presentation was from a wonderful high school student, Anthony Chavez, who spoke about the idea of creating a newspaper club at the high school. He had a really thorough and well-developed presentation for us about the merits of that program, how it might be published in multiple languages and really allow students to develop their writing skills and create a sense of community at the high school. The board is excited about that idea, and the committee was certainly in support of it. So we had two wonderful presentations that I think left all of us who attended excited about the work that's going on.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Dawson. Any questions? Education Committee? Hearing none, we're up to you, Mr. Val, for governance.
Okay, governance had a very short meeting this month. Some of the items actually we will be covering tonight, one of which, as I think everybody received in their email, we'll be completing Dr. Friedman's evaluation via a special meeting next week. I believe it's on the 27th. So I just want to make sure everybody got that news and is able to attend that. I anticipate that it will be a short meeting. It's not going to be, it's really just one executive session, so it should not be very long, but that is next Tuesday, week from tonight. The only other thing that really we needed to discuss briefly, we had talked last month about the use of buildings policy and that being updated. Mr. Gorski is near completion at this point, may even be completed. He said he'd have it ready for us. But just know that our policy is being updated, that it's it's going to better protect us from an insurance standpoint. It does have new fee elements to raise funds from if we rent out the buildings to outside agencies. So we should have a presentation or a small snippet on that next month. And that's really all we discussed in governance.
Very efficient. Any questions for Mr. Val on governance? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to human resources. Ms. Mustin.
Okay, so welcome everybody. We went through open positions and transfers that we'll see on this agenda. Open positions and transfers, existing staff to new or other positions where they are needed. Open enrollment is complete and went well, and there was an increase of staff who took advantage of the Delta Dental options. On this agenda, we have a new position, Assistant Business Administrator Manager of Grants. And we'll also be moving LLT Cyborg this agenda for staff who have broken out and taken on additional responsibilities. Rich and I, we had negotiations, we ended up with that. We had a good meeting tonight.
Great, thanks very much. Any questions on human resources? Mr. Zupko, operations.
Okay. Well, operations is always complicated, but in a good way. So first of all, again, operations committee, I'd like to thank Mr. Gorski for giving us some really good news. First issue of business we talked about was transferring money into reserve accounts from the 22-23 anticipated surplus. There was a recommendation by Mr. Gorski to transfer up to $3.5 million into capital reserve and $2 million into maintenance reserve for anticipated surplus for 22-23. As explained to the committee that many economists are anticipating a recession, and we all know when there's a recession, state tax revenues fall short. So I'm very, very happy that we're being proactive with our monies and reactive. So that was one of the things we discussed about. The other thing that I'm excited to talk about is that, and I haven't heard this in the past, and I wanted to thank again Mr. Gorski and the new administrative team, talking about the grant applications. There is a New Jersey School Insurance Group grant opportunity. And he recommends that we consider a resolution to apply for and accept a grant award of approximately $6,000 in the 23-24 school year. And these funds can be used to broaden public school safety and security, which I know is something that is always something that makes sense for all our kids and staff. Finally, we talked about fixed assets. Mr. Gorski presented a contract and recommended to the committee a district-wide fixed assets appraisal for assets of $2,000 or greater. He explained that this would satisfy audit requirements to have updated list of fixed assets and depreciation costs, and that last year this was overlooked, resulting in some audit recommendations. Mr. Gorski, can you just go a little bit into, not to depth, but just explain a little bit how you just discuss this to the committee?
Yes, there is a auditing requirement, it's called GASB 34, and it came about years ago as the accounting profession is always changing and evolving. And this consolidated the different funds into one government-wide financial statement. And for the first time, required school districts to record a depreciation charge. And last year, the district had not performed this function, and as Mr. Zupko said, suffered an audit recommendation. So on the agenda tonight is a proposal for a fixed asset firm to come in and appraise all of the district assets over $2,000 and greater by putting a barcode sticker on, and then it will automatically calculate depreciation that we'll submit to the auditor, and that should take care of that requirement for the audit.
Thank you, Mr. Gorski, appreciate that. We also talked about food service. I was surprised, I think the committee was a little surprised that there was one proposal received, and for food service to service the food needs of the district, and that was Pontonian. The committee recommended the resolution for a June public meeting that we talk about this now. Mr. Gorski outlined the RFP and the services provided by what food service management companies do, including the employment of all cafeteria staff and the purchasing of nearly all the food items that are needed. I know this is a tremendous undertaking, and I think there's been, both of my children are saying that the lunches are getting better, so that makes me happy. The committee was informed that the proposal increase would be about 5%, but that all state requirements appear to be satisfied along with that proposal. We also got to take a look at, with all the construction in the town and the district, there was a little retaining wall issue at Lafayette. I was kind of shocked to see it, and I'm glad it was brought to our attention. In the back, in Lafayette, there's a wall and a fence, and basically they're falling apart. There's a cost estimate of $275,000 to replace both. And we had also talked about, the committee discussed looking at, the committee then had a discussion about the performance of architectural services. So that one project, we start talking about architectural services. After much consideration, the committee and the superintendent recommended exploring options to consider a change in architect. The committee requested that Mr. Gorski select an architectural professional services proposal from Design Ideas Group, who is now servicing the board with the ROD grant applications and related projects for 2024 budget. And finally, the big one, well, they're all big, but this one, potential time changes at elementary schools to allow parent drop-off students. Dr. Freeman presented a consideration to the committee to review slight time amendments to the bill schedules to allow additional time in elementary schools for parent drop-off. And I know that is something that is very important with multiple children in the district. If one family has multiple kids like that. Other than that, the operations committee we thought it was a very thorough time. So, anyone has any questions? Otherwise, I yield back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Zupko. Any questions? All right, the only thing that I would point out is in our operations committee, maybe more than some of the other committees, there are a significant number of items that get discussed in committee and are on our action agenda tonight. So just pointing out that the transfers, the cap reserve that Mr. Zupko noted are under items 12.6 and 12.7. The adjustment to a new architect is under item 12.21, and then the food service contract is 12.21. So just recognize that those were items that were all discussed and recommendations that are coming from the committee. If there are no questions on operations, I don't think we'll move to Ms. Guzino, but it won't be community engagement. Can we have a report on extracurricular activities?
So we met with Mr. Steele and we took a look at the breadth of the athletic programs within the district, the programs coming into the middle school. And we also took a look at the head counts for each one of those programs. We discussed a little bit about clubs and how the clubs within the district are getting started. And we did have a discussion over the stipending fund given to clubs and are looking at different options to maybe get clubs started earlier than the 3-year limit that we're at right now. So we're going to be coming back to that, revisiting that, and seeing if there are any other options around that. I think at this point, because this committee is kind of a startup, we're starting it brand new, looking at athletics and clubs, we want to really get a first look at the overall enrollment, where we have growth, where we have clubs that use more growth, and take it from there. I don't know, Rich, if you have anything else that you want to add to that.
No, I thought that was great. Any questions for Lisa? All right, and last but not least, why don't we go to Sue for the Somerset County Educational Services Commission.
It should only take about an hour and a half. It was a long meeting. It was, this is the group that meets every other month. And last month was the reorganization meeting. And what they did during that meeting was there was an election of the board directors, the executive committee and their alternates, election to the New Jersey School Boards Association, and then they had the meeting dates, etc. That they also had a lot with just identifying, the bank and who holds which account. Payroll, mortgage, cafeteria, student activities, petty cash, etc. They also did just the location of programs, just a lot with job descriptions because, of course, this is their rework and they're getting new staff, so there was a lot with that. The regular meeting started with the superintendent's report, and they started the year with 97 students, ended the year with 140 students. They have 75 students who either graduated, moved, or went on to a higher level of care. And one of their goals next year is to really look at the students with the higher level of care and how they can meet their needs. They have an ESY program also that takes place in the summer. Their graduation was today at 10 o'clock in the morning. The biggest change with ESC was transportation, where they had just offered transportation. They also facilitate and administrate the transportation. They are eliminating the busing program, the public and non-public busing program. They're just looking at the sale of buses and equipment. That's something that I know that we've also looked into. A very good reason was a lack of drivers, where, there's been a lack of substitutes, there's also a lack of drivers all across the state. So that was, large into their consideration for eliminating the program. They are going to continue with the administration of routes. So, the districts can have those, so that it's not placed on the, any, the administration and the secretaries, etc. They will be keeping one bus, 3 24-passenger buses for ESC. And the superintendent highly recommended the mechanics and the remaining bus drivers. Said they're excellent, but because, they have eliminated the program, those people have, therefore, they don't have jobs now. And actually, that was an hour and a half wrapped up in a few minutes.
Very nicely done.
Yes.
Any questions or comments for Sue? Any other questions or comments in general regarding any of the reports before we close out this portion? Awesome. Great job, everyone. At this point, we'll move on to agenda item 5.1, which is open to the public for agenda items only. For anybody interested in making a comment, please come down to the podium and sign in. Or if you're online, please sign in. Write your name, address, and group affiliation if applicable. And public participation is limited to 3 to 5 minutes in duration. And no participant may speak more than once on the same topic until all others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. I read. Don't everybody rush up to the podium at once.
Is this open to the public?
Open to public agenda items only.
Okay, sorry. I am seeing none.
Thank you. All right. At this point, we'll move on to item number 6.1, approval of the minutes from 5:15. Be it resolved that the Bound Board of Education, on recommendation of the superintendent, approves the minutes for the following meetings. That's regular and executive session from May 15th, 2023. Thank you, Ms. Lima. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Sue. Can we do a roll call, please, Mr. Gorski?
Yes, sir. Mr. Bell.
Abstain.
So noted. Mr. Dawson. Yes. Ms. Gazino.
Yes.
Ms. Lima.
So I did motion, but I wasn't here in the meeting, so I guess I'm abstaining from the.
So noted. Mr. Zupko.
Yes.
Ms. Musin.
Abstain.
Mr. Minhas.
Yes.
Ms. High.
Yes.
Mr. Volmer.
Yes.
Mr. Januzzi.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item number 7.1, we're actually going into executive session a little early this evening. I know it's not our traditional order. This will be under items 3 and 7. We have a motion.
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Zepko. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Bell. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned to executive session.
All right, you are off mute.
Welcome back, everyone. We are up to agenda item 8.1. Be it resolved that the Bound Board of Education, on recommendation of the superintendent, approves in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 18-A, 37-15 BE, the report of alleged HIV incidents and investigations named here for the period of April 26, 2023 through March 15th, 2023. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Zupko. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Guzzi. Roll call, please.
So, Mr. Bell? Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Ms. Casino?
Yes.
Ms. Lima?
Yes.
Mr. Zupko?
Yes.
Ms. Musin?
Yes.
Mr. Minhas?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Mr. Bowler?
Yes.
Mr. Januzzi?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 9.1, be it resolved that the Bound Board of Education, upon recommendation of the superintendent, approves in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 18-A, 37-15 BE, the report of alleged HIV incidents and investigations noted in the agenda for the period April 26th, 2023 through May 15th, 2023. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Dawson, and a second from Ms. Lima.
Yes.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Ms. Casino?
Yes.
Ms. Lima?
Yes.
Mr. Zupko?
Yes.
Ms. Musin?
Yes.
Mr. Minhas?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Mr. Bowler?
Yes.
Mr. Januzzi?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item 10.1, be it resolved that the superintendent recommends for approval resolutions as outlined in district personnel resolutions. This is 10.2 through 10.56. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Musin, a second.
Second.
I'll give it to Ms. Hyde. Any questions or discussion?
I just wanted to say, for 10.20, the library is calling.
Can you use your microphone? Can't hear you. I can't hear you down the other end. Sorry.
I just wanted to say that on 10.20, for Smalley Elementary, the Girl Scouts, I thought that was a really great idea. And a great presentation.
Agreed. Any other questions or comments? All right, hearing none, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Ms. Casino?
Yes.
Ms. Lima?
Yes.
Mr. Zupko?
Yes.
Ms. Musin?
Yes.
Mr. Minhas? Yes. Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Mr. Bowler?
Abstain.
So noted. And Mr. Januzzi?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just forgot, I forgot that part about abstaining on the double asterisks for Edith.
Noted as abstaining on all double asterisks.
Yes.
Thank you for the catch. We are up to item 11.1. Resolved that the Bound Brook Board of Education approves the resolutions as outlined in district education resolutions. This is 11.2 through 11.8. May I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Mr. Dawson. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Zupko. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Ms. Casino?
Yes.
Ms. Lima?
Yes, with an abstention on the double asterisks.
So noted. Thank you. Mr. Zupko?
Yes.
Ms. Musin?
Yes.
Mr. Minhas?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Mr. Bowler?
Yes.
Mr. Januzzi?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. Item 12.1, be it resolved that the Board of Education the Bound Brook Board of Education approves the resolutions as outlined in board action resolutions. This is 12.2 through 12.44. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Hyde. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Guzino. Any discussion? Can't wait. It's going to be riveting. Can we do a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Mr. Dawson?
Yes.
Ms. Casino?
Yes.
Ms. Lima?
Yes.
Mr. Zupko?
Yes.
Ms. Musin?
Yes.
Mr. Minhas.
Yes.
Mrs. Hyde.
Yes.
Mr. Palmer.
Yes.
Mr. Janusik.
Yes, with abstentions on 12.18 and 12.19.
18 and 19, so noted. Motion passes.
Sir. I think I've gotten all the yeses out of the way. We are up to other matters and new business. Any new business from the members this evening? Got it. Okay, we are now open to the public for discussion.
There are no questions on that.
And I don't see anyone here with us in person, so I think we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Thank you, Ms. Lima. Second.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Have a good evening.